Hello, good evening, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz. It's Monday once again, and what a fantastic weekend we've had with some great action of Test cricket. That's going to be on the table of Sports Extra tonight, followed by another very, very special segment that we would be discussing, something that is creating a sensation inside Pakistan. But first of all, the Test match. West Indies thrashing England by 4 wickets. Cricket returned to the international arena once again. It was the best format of the game, and that is, of course, Test cricket. I always say that is the real cricket, and we're going to be discussing about that. But let's just watch this report by our team of Sports Extra, highlighting this Test match, all the highlights that are there, and of course a summary of the match as well. Then come back and start the show.
West Indies went 1-0 up in England for the first time since 2000. Thanks to us.
West Indies cricket has shown us a prime example of how to get back up in Test cricket, especially against England in this first Test match. What are your expectations of the Pakistani batsmen? What's going to be your choice? Because there are certain roles that are up for grabs, especially in the opening department. Then we're seeing a middle order that might or might not make way for Fawad Alam to come into the side, because he is touring with the team, and that's a big debate in Pakistan whether he should be playing or not. And then, of course, the golden question is going to be of the wicketkeeper.
Well, first of all, I'll start with Fawad Alam. There is absolutely no debate in my mind. He needs to be, with no Haris Sohail in the side, he needs to be in the middle order. There needs to be no confusion about that. Misbah and company need to decide, and they need to play him. Because the guy has been, like I keep saying, and you know my feelings about this, he has been, there's no cricketer in the world who has been so badly dealt with as Fawad Alam has been, with dropping averages in domestic cricket for years and years and then not getting an opportunity. Now it is time for the Pakistan Cricket Board to repair this guy and select him, play him for the whole series, see what he does, what he brings to the team with his batting, his resilience. You know, his typical characters of pushing the ball, getting ones and twos. And by the way, he does have the ability to hit 4s and 6s also, which we've seen in Asia Cup in a few years ago. If people have forgotten, let me remind you, he can hit 4s and 6s. And if you want to talk about his technique, please go back and look at Chanderpaul's technique. It is very similar. Fawad Alam's technique is very similar to Chanderpaul's technique, who got over 10,000 runs in Test cricket. So there's my debate for you about Fawad Alam. And the next question you asked was about the fast bowlers. Did you ask?
The wicket-keeping department. Big debate going
on.
The wicket-keeping, yeah.
Well, in Test cricket, I would start with Rizwan. Give him the first 2 Test matches. See how he plays, and if he's good behind the wicket. And he pitches in with the runs, I'll play him in the 3rd Test match also. If he's not good enough, I might give Sarfaraz the chance in the 3rd Test. But first 2 Tests, I would go with Rizwan, give him the opportunity. 3rd Test, if he's not good enough, then Sarfaraz would come in. In the shorter format, I would 100% go with Sarfaraz and give him an opportunity. He's fitter now. I think he's in a better frame of mind now that he's not captain. Let's see what he can do for Pakistan.
Definitely, that's going to be on the cards as well. Leena, thank you so much for joining us on Sports Extra. Always a pleasure talking to you about cricket. Right, that was Leena Aziz and her analysis of the West Indies victory against England. It's going to be one of a tale to tell for the youngsters as well, because it was now no less than a historic victory for them. Cricket coming back after COVID-19. West Indies as a team, as a unit, under their skipper Jason Holder, gelled very well and of course achieved a lot as well. But that's it for our segment of cricket. But of course we've got something else on the card as well, and it's going to be something very particular. These testing times of COVID-19 have been very hard on us, and it's important to realize the importance of staying indoors and of course keeping entertained at the same time as well. So we'll be discussing something about that, but right after this short break. Stay tuned to Sports Extra.